no, definitely. I think like part of the reason why you track metrics is to tell a story. That's the whole point
Yeah.
of tracking the metrics, right? So then, like, there was a good story recently where we had a client who's in number one positions for Google Map Pack. And in month one, his revenue was down from the previous month. And then the following month, his revenue went down again, right? But then in the third month, his revenue spiked up to hitting record highs. And it was really important for us to tell the story that, hey, man, even though your revenue has been going down for 2 months in a row, you're still in the number one position. So we know that it's not a positional thing that's causing the revenue to go down. It's likely a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
Right. And then what we did was we showed him with Google search trends that at that particular month, it is the lowest search demand in the entire year. Right. For those 3 months, like those 2 months he was down, it was the lowest in the entire year. So we helped to frame his expectation that, oh, these 2 months I'm going to be having some softer months because it's just not a popular time of year for my business. And then when we did that, like even though the results were going down, he didn't panic and he wasn't like, oh my god, you guys aren't doing your job. Like I'm going to blame you. This isn't working. And then because we were able to use data to help him understand the story, he was more than happy to stick it out. And then month three, he soared.
Yeah.
And that's also like one of the most important things with storytelling with SEO, I believe, is when you're looking at your metrics, don't just look at them month on month. You need to zoom out. You need to look at things on a quarterly basis because what might happen, and it happened in this exact instance, was month one and month two were down month on month, and then month three went up. But if you looked at the quarters, quarter one to quarter two, there was growth. So then if you zoom out, the business owner is now like, oh my god, instead of seeing this really like dirty zigzag where data is really hard to comprehend, he just compared quarter one to quarter two and the data was very clean. It was just up and to the right. And that told a really good story to him because he was like, oh shit, like I can see that things are really working out in the long term now. And my perception of how the campaign is going is like greatly improved. And now I've also transferred him into a more long-term mindset because now he's not looking at it month on month anymore. He's looking at it quarter to quarter. So then that really helps clients just not panic and just take a more like longer term view.
Yeah.
So yeah, really important to craft the story.
In Black Friday seasons as well is very important too. Like that last quarter of the year, that's where a lot of brands are making a significant portion of their revenue, and then they look at the next quarter and go, "Oh, well, what's going on? This is terrible." It's like, well, you made like 300% more than you did last year in that last quarter. Like that's business isn't linear. I think that's the most important lesson that I've learned running the business and also doing SEO. It's not linear. It will go like this.
Yes.
But if it's going like this steadily over time, that's what every business wants. But everyone wants it to go like absolutely to the moon. It's just the laws of the universe. It will never be that sort of like every month growing consistently. If you want that, you would have a unicorn of a business that would just never stop growing. But it always has to take dips and troughs, and the seasonality is perfectly explained there. It's just like there's some industries that don't have that. Everyone's on all the time. It just doesn't happen. People go on holiday. In the UK, people go on holiday pretty much from summertime until Christmas, and then it's Christmas. So,
dude, that's so true.
Adding that nuance and context behind search demand is such a clever way of doing that as well, and like showing the Google trend against that, showing the quarter-on-quarter research. So all we're doing is adding that contextual information that likely some business owners or marketing managers have never seen before because they are in positions where they're trying to figure these things out and where that help them, which is the fun stuff.
Yeah. Like sometimes a business isn't actually doing bad. And sometimes like your like CEO or like, your client will panic because they're having a crisis because the past 2 months were bad. But they're just looking at it within a very small vacuum of time. And
you could also comparing it to COVID years as well. It's like, oh, we're growing. Yeah. The COVID years were better. I'm like, yeah, because everyone was at home.
Yeah.
Buying online, they weren't going outside.
Yeah. So sometimes like the metrics are there to help you contain panic.
Yeah.
Like, I think the most important like comparison metrics to look at is month on month, quarter on quarter, and year on year, like you were saying before. Because if you look at all three of those, it really tells you a really clear story. So like a classic example of seasonality, like Lawrence was saying before, is December to January. December, Christmas time, everyone's buying presents for, their friends and family. Everyone's, just tapping the credit card like crazy, right? It's spending season. Everyone's going crazy. And then you look at January, everyone's on holiday, everyone's cashed out, credit cards are maxed out, they need to take a
They're
break.
signing up to the gym, so it's a great time for the fitness industry.
Yeah.
The best time for the fitness industry.
Exactly.
So they'll be like, oh, this is great. And then all the ecom brands are like, oh, this is shit.
Yeah.
But then all the gym ecom brands, they're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So fitness is like the hot time for January. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, well, what a lot of businesses might see is like, they'll see December to January, month on month, huge decline.
Yeah.
Huge decline. And then they'll also see that December quarter to the January to March quarter, huge decline as well. And like, holy crap, like, we're seeing a lot of red. But then when you look at year on year, then all of a sudden you see green. You're like, oh, wait, like December year on year, we were up. January year on year, we're up. February year on year, we're up. So then you're like, oh, I actually have the full picture now. It's very typical for my business and my industry to have really high Decembers, low Januaries, and like low Februaries.
Yeah.
So then now, but we're doing better than we did last year, which means that we're outperforming our business in this season, which is a good thing, because then now that's a metric for you to say the business is growing, right? Even though you saw negative month on month, negative quarter on quarter, but you saw positive year on year, then now all of a sudden the business owner is like, ooh, like, oh, like, I'm going to calm down now. Like I understand the story. So yeah, that's why it's important to have all three of those, and then you can really tell like clear picture of like what's going on.
And then also on top of that, just making sure you're even now getting a layer deeper, financially forecasting out for that seasonality.
Yes.
So you know that when your lower periods are happening, you've actually accounted for those in your budget. If you're just doing every single month, like just growing, it's not going to work that way. It's just, it's fun. It's smarter to forecast out that way. And I think that's where some of the panic sets in. It's like, oh, we had a bad month and we thought we would have a good month. It's like, well, then next year don't like assume that. Be very conservative with your forecasts on everything. So that really helps guide what MQLs you need, or what kind of conversions you need, or how much marketing budget you have for those periods. And it all ties in, basically. So even down to the deeper layer of business owners, getting your finances sorted also helps marketing long term as well. Just knowing when things are going to happen. It's what everyone wants to know, but if you can get a pretty good assumption going, you'll be fine.
That's a